Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hello,
Hi.
welcome to an Essian Tale, the monthly campaign they decided to run on Novi. Again, they pulled me away from sabotaging Bezos' next spaceship to do this. So I don't know how it's showing up on Twitch, but my players, please like to introduce themselves. We're going to go in alphabetical order today.
My character name or
I don't know, you decide.
I'll break the ice here. And hi, I'm Nova at _Nova Gamer on Twitter. I play in Lanamora Podcast, Legends of Lanamora. It's at Lanamora Pod. Today we are the charity that Novi is supporting during the Novi Presents is stopline3.org. If you can donate, please do so. To learn more, please go to www.stopline3.org.
I'm just going to keep the Legends of Lanamora train rolling. I'm Nathan from the Legends of Lanamora podcast. I'm the DM. I'm at _Squid Toaster on Twitter, and I play a baby.
I'm Miranda. I play Six on City and Snow, and I play Vito over here on an Essian Tale.
I'm Izzie. I'm play Yor on City and Snow, and today I'm playing Fettle.
And you might know me, but you might not want to. I'm Layne. I play Hannah in City and Snow, and today I'm going to be DMing for these lovely people. So, because I'm scatterbrained and I get campaigns cross-wired over, would one of my players like to please do a recap? Otherwise, I will recap for another one of my campaigns, and I'm going to confuse the hell out of everyone.
It's all part of the game, right?
Well, thankfully, we were reconvening a bit beforehand and sort of putting our brains together to figure out what we could remember doing. So there was the Knoll body horror event. This Knoll came over and exploded with leeches / vines, mostly leeches. Vito took some time to draw it. We fought it, but the Knoll who exploded did not survive being exploded. And then we continued on our way to the town of Glasburn, right?
Glasburn.
Yeah.
Wait,
That's where...
are we heading to Glasburn? Is Glasburn with the library, and this is just a stopping point? Now I'm second guessing my notes.
No library yet. Just problems.
Just problems, yeah. But we went to some place. Might have been Glasburn. Layne, I hope you can help. But might have been Glasburn, and there was an outpost. And we talked to the military outpost dudes who were not pleased to hear about the leeches, surprisingly enough, and they gave us some of the go-ahead.
Oh? Wouldn't be a live stream without technical issues, folks.
They gave us some writs that we can use to go do these jobs. Sorry, Miranda, you froze for a second there.
Yeah. Oh, and now I'm worried because there's workmen outside. I hope they didn't they're not messing with the internet. But
Danger.
yeah, it just blinked out for a bit, but I'm back.
If we lose Miranda, Baby's going to carry Vito through the entire rest of the
Scruff by the scruff of the neck.
Aww.
Yes.
Or on his shoulder. Yeah, just presume that's where Vito is.
Yeah. Yeah, we got those writs, and one of the writs was for an undead house that we were investigating, and that's where we ended last session. I almost said last week's session. It was definitely 2 months ago.
Yep. So as we come back in, you are starting to head out towards this house that's kind of on the outskirts of town, still not within the walls, but very slightly outwards. It'll take you about 15 minutes to walk there, and as Claire is sort of walking with you, she looks you over and she goes, "So I've got a hunch about what this thing's going to be. Don't fight it. Might be a bit of a problem for you, big guy."
Oh, okay. You say so.
We do. Then what do you suggest?
It's quite a strange situation. I've never heard of what this might be. Fighting, which is what it sounds like it's doing, but I want to get my eyes on if I think I'm right first. Let's put it that way.
So what should we do?
We look it over and try and talk, I think.
Okay. Well, I can do the looking. Someone else should do the talking. And he sort of flips up his hood and looks sneaky as if to clarify his point.
Well, I don't know how much help I can be in talking, but I'll keep watch.
So it takes about a further 15 minutes for you all to reach this small house on the outskirts of town. As you approach, it's almost like smack dab in the middle of what you'd maybe call like grasslands or plains. It's surrounded by a smaller farm that looks like it's growing some sort of out of season crop, something like wheat or barley. Probably not too sure based on your collective party details. The most prominent feature, however, is a incredibly large swarm of undead. Quite a big mix. Wights, zombies, skeletons, all clustered in a fairly large circular kind of moving mass around. It looks like something or someone in the middle that's trying to fight them. Occasionally you see like a flash of energy come from a few of them fall. But no, I think your passive perceptions are fine enough to see this. Some will come out of the nearby forests. Some will just keep wandering and just coming towards this farmer. And it almost seems like for every one that falls, there are two on their way to replace them.
Can Baby, with his passive perception of a whopping 8, make out if it looks like someone's in trouble?
I'll say make a perception check if anyone wants to actively look and see what's going on inside this circle, but I'd say with an 8 passive perception, you can see a lot of bodies moving around.
Well, I'll tell you what my active roll was. 0.
Oh. As you kind of look on at this just constantly like moving almost crowd, it becomes difficult to tell what's going on. Like first off, it becomes they're all moving in, trying to get to this person in the middle, and then maybe they're all moving away, or maybe they're all moving around in a circle like a giant mosh pit. You can't really tell.
I don't like this. I don't know what's happening over there.
Yeah, I got a 13 perception. I don't think that's good enough.
I got 15 passive.
Fine. Oh, okay. You know what? It's a 20.
20, okay.
Wait, should I be rolling? I didn't roll.
Oh, yeah, you can roll if you want to.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Oh,
Anyone who wants to look can roll.
24. You know.
Better than a 0.
Am I just rolling
Highs and
straight up
lows.
wisdom or
Perception.
Alright. That one. +1.
Fettle.
Oh.
With your lookout, you can see that it's strange. You'd think that with this amount of undead, all kind of converging on one area towards one specific thing, you'd think they'd look a lot more antagonistic than they are. None of the undead look like they are attacking this person in the middle. It's the same with all the others I'll give you that with your perception roll. All of the others that are coming from various, angles around you, they are all kind of focusing in on just trying to get to this person in the middle. And when they get there, they do not look like they are attacking. The person in the middle, however, is slaughtering as many as they can get to. For every single one that comes through, you see a sword swing, it'll fall, but they don't look like they've kind of taken any sort of hits or damage, or they don't seem like they're being attacked.
Hey, looks like someone's having all the fun, huh? Well, they're not fighting them, which is odd. Wish it were me, though. She just wants to kick the crap out of them, but you said don't, so,
God, I wish that were
hard times, yeah. God, I want to slaughter all these.
I don't know. I can't, because it's just a horde. I can't really, sneak up on them. I don't know what to do. I could, try to sneak between their legs, but that seems too close for comfort.
Give it a go if you want to.
Okay. Well, then I will try to sneak between their legs.
Yep, roll me a stealth check, please.
And go towards the center. Still 21.
21, nice. As everyone else as you watch, as Vito kind of breaks off of the group and starts to head into the middle of this, moving undead horde, it's really strange, Vito. You've seen undead move around before. You've seen them attack. You might have read books on how they work, how they operate. That generally they tend to be mindless creatures that just attack whatever they can see or whatever they can sort of sense. None of them are reacting to you whatsoever.
I just think it's because I'm so sneaky.
As you get through to the middle, you see a person with kind of long, sort of orange ginger hair, freckled, fairly plain sort of farmer peasant's dress. Kind of fairly high cut arm straps. They are fighting. It looks like they're still fighting for their lives, still panicking. What's your passive perception, quickly?
15.
15. You see their eyes are glowing very slightly blue.
Ooh.
As they see you, they go, "Can you help me? They won't stop coming."
Vito freezes a bit, like an animal caught in headlights, and then he dashes back to everyone else.
No, I'm not.
He relays what he saw. Someone else make a decision.
Yeah, Claire, what's your take on this before I start swinging?
What did you see, Vito?
He relays again that he saw a girl or just a person in the middle of the zombies. They perceived that the zombies just kept coming and they were asking for help. Also, their eyes were glowing blue.
Were there... Can I kind of like cranes her head to look over at the horde? She goes, then they weren't attacking them, were they?
Vito shakes his head slowly.
That's a death knight, folks.
What? What's that?
What's that?
Explain.
An incredibly powerful undead. Doesn't explain why they're... Do they not know that they're a death knight? Fedel, you can start swinging if you want. I don't think the mindless ones are going to react.
Don't hit the one we're uncertain about, huh?
I'd say so. I kind of want to see what's going on here myself.
That's why I don't understand. What's wrong? What is Death Knight?
How can I put this for you, big guy? Who's the most legendary warrior you've ever seen?
Oh, that's easy. It's Tolk from my clan. He's definitely the strongest.
What if that one died and then came back and was made even more powerful by the fact that they're dead?
It would take a lot to kill Tolk.
Exactly.
And if he came back more powerful... And Torak just goes blank and stares off into the distance. Oh, that's a lot. They said they need help, though?
It looks like it. I don't think they know that they're a Death Knight. Death Knights are created by a curse or a sin left unrepented for. So...
Well, if it's a curse can be lifted, right?
That's what I'm thinking.
Then we should help, right?
If they're undead, and we lift their curse, will they be dead?
Yes.
Dead?
Yes.
Then why should we lift their curse?
Would you
I'd prefer to give someone...
Would you not want to pass into the beyond? If you were being kept here? Against your will?
The beyond?
It might be the right thing to do. Maybe they don't want to be a Death Knight.
Well, we can ask.
I don't
Did you ask if he wanted to be a Death Knight?
Don't tell him.
Well, I'll just let you guys make the decisions. I don't need to understand.
Fedel and Claire, you know more about the undead than I do. You just tell me where to hit.
I don't know much about him, but I like to hit him, yep.
Pretty much anywhere on the little ones. I think you'll enjoy this. Let's go.
Easy targets.
She pulls the Naginat off her back, twirls it around a little, holds it in a reverse grip, and just starts walking towards the horde.
I follow. Nonchalantly.
I'm trying to figure out how many things Word of Radiance hits.
Let's have a look. I can't remember that spell.
Yeah, it's a cantrip.
Everything within 5 feet of you.
Hey, all right, walking right up. It's my choice too, so I don't have to hit that guy.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, as many as I can manage.
Yep. So you're just walking up to like the edge of the horde, or are you going to try and push through and try and?
Ooh, well, if they're, gonna let me, then I'm gonna do it.
Yep, so kind of as you come up to the edge of the horde and start, like, muscling and pushing your way through, they kind of react to you being there as, like, in a way that they are just kind of jostled. But they don't attack or anything. She's gonna walk in and cast Word of Radiance?
Yeah, sure am.
Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay, right. That's gonna be a lot of con saves I need to make. No, I'm just gonna do one for the horde as a whole. Yeah, no. Roll your damage.
Yeehaw. Alright. Was that 1d6? Oh boy. 1d6. It's a 5.
5?
Yeah, and it's radiant damage, so I don't know if that helps.
Yep. So what's everyone else doing? As you see Fedel kind of just kind of split the path and almost like drop a nuke of light on all of these undead around them.
Vito is going to wince because he is sensitive to light.
Oh, well.
Now has disadvantage on attack rolls and on perception checks. But that's okay.
And I'm just gonna follow. Everyone's walking toward the shed, right? So I'm just gonna follow as we make our way there, nonchalantly.
All right.
Vito's gonna reach up and like kind of shielding his eyes, like grab baby's hand.
Oh.
She's like,
Oh.
Torak's holding up the rear, and he's trying to, like, I imagine Fedel and Claire are at the front, and everyone else is kind of in the back. And so Torak's bringing up the rear. He's trying to shield against as many as possible.
Yep.
On his left side, and he's trying to hold them back so that he can give as much space to the party as possible. And I guess he's got his hand out, and then Vito reaches up and he squeezes Vito's hand a little bit.
Aww.
It's okay.
Yeah, Claire is just kind of more on the outskirts, kind of just cutting through, looking like she's enjoying herself a bit.
Are they attacking us?
None of them are.
Okay. So Vito's not gonna bother attacking. He can't see for shit. He's just trying to follow everyone.
Yep. So as you kind of get through to the middle, this one person in the middle, they kind of look around at the group that has now assembled around them. We go, are you here to help? I don't know why they keep coming.
Yeah, we're here to help. Get inside. Let's barricade the door.
Okay. They just kind of look over all of you and kind of motion to this small little, looks like a shack that's presumably they live in. Kind of beckon you all over to open the door, motion for you to go in.
I just walk right in.
I'm on it.
Torak's trying to keep the horde out of the door, so he's trying to push him back. I don't know if you want an athletics for that. But it's something he's good at.
Yeah, you can roll an athletics for that. It's not going to be too difficult. They're kind of pushing around you to try and get to this person, but they're not really trying. So you can roll an athletics if you want. It'll just like kind of show how many you can push back.
I got an 18.
Yeah, so you kind of keep back like a pretty decent amount as like some push forward and you're just like, nope.
Goodbye. No, over here. Nope. Goodbye. We're leaving now.
There's just the one entrance.
Yeah.
Can I set Moonbeam right outside?
Yeah, you can. I also need to check that.
Maybe it just sounds like when you're like trying to leave and like the dogs in your friend's house.
Oh, in the face of the door.
Yeah, and you're like, okay, I have to leave now. It was nice meeting you. Goodbye.
some of the undead are crawling, and they're just like the torso bit, and he's pushing them away with his foot. No, get back, get back.
So you set Moonbeam outside the door, and this person locks it, turns to you, and you can all now see, kind of like in the dim light that's been given off by a small torch on the wall, that their eyes are glowing kind of a cyan blue.
Are all undead like that? That was Izzie.
I not that I'd heard. I've never come across them before. But thank you for coming to help. Quite frankly, I don't know what's going on.
Hello, my name is Baby. He holds out his hand.
They kind of hold their hand out as well. Aria.
Nice to meet you.
I give a wave and I go, "Hi, I'm Tack," and I pull down my my cloak hood, and I look like an undead, but probably not like the other undeads.
Yeah.
So probably a little freaky.
Yeah, they kind of just. Okay.
Vito's also pulled down his hood, but like not as much of a surprise. He's just a little lizard. He's just a little lizard man, and he says, "Scolari, my friends, you might hear them call me Vito sometimes."
Okay. Which do you prefer?
Are you my friend?
I've only just met you, but I think I
Call me
like.
Scolari.
Oh,
I just didn't want you to get confused. If you heard me, call Vito.
Okay. Well, thank you all again. That magic you put outside the door, and they turn to look at you, Fettle. That's very impressive. That should keep them away for a while, I hope. Thank you.
I think so. Yeah.
Who sent you? I didn't know anyone knew about what was going on out here. I've been fighting these things off for a week.
A week?
Oh, we have papers. We're here to help. See? The town sent us.
They look at the paper. It says, they're just like, they're kind of just looking at the paper, just very kind of. What's passive insight?
Not good.
8, right?
It's an 8, just like perception.
Aw. Mine's 16.
16?
Ooh. We got it.
We got it.
Ah, baby,
Anyone with a
do?
passive insight of 14 or above? Doesn't look like they can read what's on the paper. Whether that's being able to not read at all, you don't know, but they just don't look like they can read it.
Vito is gonna kind of. You described them as wearing like a peasant dress?
Yeah, very, very like lower class, so to speak. Like very simple clothes.
So Vito is going to tug on the hem of their dress a bit and say, "You say you were fighting for a week? Did you
Yes,
sleep? Did you eat?"
No.
You haven't eaten?
Baby digs into his pack and gets a ration out.
I
You
He's
think
like,
it's
Yeah, eat.
odd, perhaps?
I haven't.
Is that usually how long you can go without sleeping?
No, that's... Now that you've mentioned it, that's the first time I realized that I hadn't eaten or slept in a week. What?
And Vito's gonna just like pat Claire and be like, I warmed them up for you. Now you can drop the bomb.
Here's some jerky. Eat.
They kind of like kind of back. Like, I don't think I want to. Claire is kind of just standing by the door at this point, arms folded, looking them over, and she goes, I think you're undead, love.
Perfect.
Heard of this before? You're probably cursed. Anyone in your life fucked you over? Or have you fucked anyone else over? This is a kind of question I need to ask. And the look on this person's face just drops. Almost like they're having 3 sets of panic attacks at once, along with a intense realization, and they kind of just let the greatsword fall and just sit on the floor, like... well... That's a lot to take in.
With astral projection. Just like, whoa.
I guess that would explain the not eating and the sleeping and... And they just sit there.
Torak gets a gentle pat on her back.
I come up on the other.
It's okay.
I come up on the other side of Torak and also pat them on the back and go, everything dies.
That's true.
Yeah. When did I die?
Tell us.
Shrug. Vito's going to ask, where are you from? Do you have any family who might know a little bit more about your past?
Only my daughter, but she moved away a few years ago after a fight we had. I don't have any other family aside from that.
Where might she have gone?
She said she was going to move to a port. I'm sorry, this is all very sudden.
Perhaps she cursed you.
No, she'd never. Hawk wouldn't. We didn't leave on good terms, but I don't think she'd do that. Would she?
Is there anyone else you talk to in town?
There was... They look over at a window, which kind of still eyes, as much as you can tell from like the now undead nature of this person and the glowing eyes, the eyes kind of very empty and kind of soul-searchy. There was one of the local lords. He wouldn't leave me alone. He'd fallen for me or something, and I said no, but he kept trying, and then he left, and then about a week later I woke up and the undead were here.
Unwanted events is disgusting.
Yeah.
Take all advantage advances are unwanted.
Oh, well, what was this lord's name?
Lord Sora. Soroh.
This smells like fish to me.
It smells like fish to me to attack.
Is he a Triton?
No, he's human. And they just look at you really confused for a second, like you've kind of snapped them out of whatever sort of like soul-searching trance they're in. So, what? Triton? No? What?
Maybe a Kuatoa.
What? We're 600. We're miles inland. Why would they be here? No, he's human. What? Why are you pulling these? I don't understand.
It's an expression. It smells like fish. No, Vito, they're not. Triton.
Aquatic descent.
Thank you.
Okay.
We don't have many words for aquatic and giant. Well, you can't stay here, and we can't leave. So how do we get this lord here? Fennel, how long does that light last?
Minute. Why?
It's been a minute.
It's been a few
real
minutes.
minute.
How's the door looking?
The door's looking fairly solid. It doesn't look like anything's trying to like bang to get through.
And the windows are barred or barricaded?
They're not barred. They are just open. They're not open, but they're shut. But you can see a lot of undead kind of swarming around the windows, not looking in, but kind of bumping up against the window as they kind of just aimlessly walk at the window.
I don't know what to do. I want to punch this lord, but need to help.
I mean, it doesn't look like they're trying to get in. It looks like you could leave fairly easily. You all look very strong. Hang on. I have a request, actually. I can't read or write particularly, but would you, if I formulated a message in my head, would you be able to take it to my daughter for me?
Vito takes out his journal.
I'm going to need a little bit of time to process this and come up with words, but thank you.
Vito has already written. Vito's written all of that down already. He looks up and he's like, "Oh, yeah."
It's not every day that you get told that some shitty guy who wouldn't take no for an answer cursed you and left you undead. I don't know how to react to this yet. I'm sorry.
Baby, have you ever made fish stew?
Yes, I have. Actually, it's one of my favorites to make. Why?
Think you're gonna have an opportunity to fry a fish.
That sounds delightful. But how does that help us with this undead problem?
I don't know.
Well, I say we should take this lord out.
Meanwhile, I go, fish? Where? I don't see any fish.
I didn't know this.
This joke is coming.
Can I go up to this fella and gonna ask if they have a god that they like? You remember anything?
I prayed to Pomona before, but kind of feels like I've been a bit forsaken here. And as you kind of look around, because with your passive perception of 19, you see a small shrine above, like the little fireplace, with a sheaf of wheat and what's the word for the tool? A rake. That's it. I'm really tired. Can you tell? A sheaf of wheat kind of crossed over with a rake pointing directly upwards, which you would know as the symbol of Pomona, the goddess of harvest and grains.
Maybe she couldn't have stopped this, but we'll keep her in mind.
I see. Thank you for your help, everyone. Nice to, even if you can't help me with, they kind of look over at the window and that situation. It's nice to talk to some friendly faces for a little bit, at least.
Tack just yells, "We will avenge you!" And then goes to open the door, but doesn't open the door, and goes, wait. He turns around, they turn around, and he goes, wait, where are we going again?
We're going to go punch some guy in the face.
Punch some guy in the face! And then I turn back around and...
Should I record this message when we return, or...?
Yes, I should hopefully have one for you by then. Thank you.
Okay.
So, you're heading back to the town? As you do, you'll kind of notice Claire kind of put their hand on this person's shoulder, lean in, and whisper a few things, which makes them kind of look back at the window, almost in shock, back down at the floor at their hands, and then back at the window again before she pats them on the shoulder and goes to follow you.
You might want to put
Blinds.
curtain up.
Oh my god.
Blind, thank you. So they don't see you. If they don't see you, they don't try and get to you. They'll just always be outside the walls, but...
Not like you need to eat, so...
If you put a curtain up, you may forget about it.
I wish I could stay inside all day.
Kind of just look you over and go, I don't think I'm going to forget about this, but thank you.
Torok's going to leave last so that he can push stuff away before he closes the door.
Yep. I'll let the previous athletics roll carry over. It's not too difficult. You kind of just, almost like a bulldozer, just move through, push away, close the door.
So, Claire, you say you are an expert in the undead. It doesn't look like there's much expertise required.
Yeah,
this is remarkably simple.
Usually they're a little more aggressive than this.
Well,
a little bit more. And by a little bit more, I mean we'll take every single opportunity to tear your throat out with their teeth or their claws, whatever they can get their hands on with you with.
They can certainly try. Let's go punch a man.
And find a fish.
to punch a man and find a fish.
I really want some fish stew now, so.
Me too.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's going to be wonderful. The celebratory stew.
As you start heading back down, it takes again about 15-20 minutes to get back to the town. I get Fedel, you'd notice this, I think. As the small farm kind of gets almost on the edge of your view, kind of just very, almost a small blip out of view, you see the horde start to very slightly move away, and then move back. And then move away again, a little bit further, and then back again.
Someone's testing something out.
Like a tide.
So yeah, you head back into Glasburn, and what are we doing, guys? You have a name to go off of, but not too much else.
Are we coming in through the same gate that we came in the last session, or this is a separate gate?
You'd be going through a separate gate. You kind of came in through the south gate. You'd be coming in through the east this time.
We should slander the Lord's name. Just put posters up everywhere saying he's a stinky, perverted fish. Just I haven't seen his face before, but I can just draw an angry fish man
With stink lines?
Yeah, from his imagination, with a poopy butt or something, and then we post them all over town, and get an angry mob with pitchforks to do the punching of the man for us. With pitchforks.
Punching.
I mean, that's certainly a plan. Are you gonna... You can try that if you want to.
I'll hold on to it for now. If anyone else has any ideas, maybe we want to take a more direct approach.
Torak would be, as he was coming in the gate, he would check and see if he recognizes the guard that's sitting there. And he wouldn't. And he would knock on the door. Knock, 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 knock. Hello? Hello? You there? Hello?
Door opens, and this time you see I have a character list set up, but it's in 2 different documents. Give me a second.
I know
I've got my main document full of DM notes, and then my other one full of NPCs. And I didn't open the NPC one because, I only just woke up. So this time you see a bronze dragonborn, one arm missing, and they kind of open the door and goes, hello?
Hi, we are looking for Lord Surah.
Oh, that fucker. Yep.
So you know him.
Wish I didn't. Kind of can't miss him. And it kind of gives you a few directions and points you towards a large building called the Merchants Alliance.
Thank you.
Hey, good job, baby.
Punch the fucker in the face if you see him for me. I didn't say that. Do not tell Miss
Funny you should mention it. That's what we are going to do.
I didn't hear that either.
Do you know where we can find a fish?
Yeah, the Market of Reeds.
Have a good watch.
Oh, the
Vito's just gonna peek over, I guess the counter, or just peek through the door and be like, "Sup, in Draconic?" And leave.
What? The people in this town get fucking weirder by the day.
So do we get the fish for? Let's get the fish after.
Kids these
We
days.
We don't want to destroy.
Honestly, Layne, can you mark like confused next to every NPC?
Yeah, I might as well do it. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's just a static parameter for all the NPCs confused.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So heading to the Merchants Alliance first, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Following the directions that this bronze dragonborn gave you. It's only about 5 minutes from this side of East Town. Lucky. You come up to what looks like a very lavish sort of few sets of buildings built into the sides of others around, kind of like a semi-detached house, but it almost looks like they've knocked 4 or 5 down, made them a lot more ornate, and kind of merged it all into one building. The outsides and the sort of details on bricks and all of the mortar work is incredibly lavish. It looks like a lot of money has been poured into this place. The gate, there's like sort of a iron gate in front of you that opens up onto a fairly well-kept garden that kind of intrudes on most of the street. Looks like they're kind of using their money. Well, it doesn't even kind of look like it. You could very clearly see they're like throwing their money around and just kind of doing what they want because they've got the money to do so.
Points at the garden. He's like, that's an unwanted advance.
Are there any edible plants in this garden? Or are they all decorative?
They are all decorative.
Torax spits.
Yeah.
This is not what you need a garden for. If you have the land and it's good, you should grow something. This is disgusting.
Vito takes a bite out of one of the plants anyway. He spits it out.
No. Don't. Spit. It's not good. It's not good. You'll hurt yourself. Anyway, where's Lord Sora? Hello? Where are the guards?
You don't see any guards kind of outside where you are.
Hello?
A few passers-by are kind of looking at you like, what's this man doing just shouting in the street?
That's kind of what he does.
Lord Sora! Hello?
We just go in.
You're out currently outside.
Oh,
like in the garden. You can
Is there like a window I can crawl into?
The doors are right there.
Oh, the doors open.
But if it's like a castle and it has like an open space and the stones, I can just crawl in.
Yeah, there are. There's like there's the ground floor windows on the bottom. You see like 2. They're fairly small because it again looks like they have repurposed houses, knocked 4 or 5 through to make this. There's the ground floor windows, and there's 2 more stories up above you.
Okay. And do they have panes in them?
They are stained glass.
Okay. If it's stained glass, I guess I'll use the door.
Still appreciate good art.
Yeah, you kind of walk up to the door of this fairly almost gilded sign that says Merchants Alliance. The door opens fairly easily, and you see, as you kind of walk in, you see a room kind of in a half moon shape. Very ornate. There is a red carpet leading up to what looks like a reception desk with chairs all along the rounded edge, 2 doors on the back walls, and a long desk in the center, kind of at the back near the flat wall, with a large orc man kind of sat behind it doing some paperwork.
Oh, we're here to see Lord Sora, please.
He looks up and goes, he's kind of busy right now. If you sit down, I can go and tell him you're here. doesn't usually like walk-ins, but I can see what I can see what I can do.
Tell him he's gonna like this walk-in.
Okay, I can try. Could you all take a seat, please? I'll be back
I'll
down in a
take a
second.
seat.
You're so suspicious.
I'm so tired. I'm sorry. I'm really goofy today.
Oh, we, maybe I should show you this. Baby shows the writ that we've got. We're on city business.
Okay. Can I take a look?
Hand it over.
Just
You
reads it
better
over.
give it back. Better give it back.
I was planning to. I'm
That's not yours.
immediately hands it over back.
Good.
Well,
Thank
I
you.
don't see what that particular one has to do with Lord Sora, but I will again. Please take a seat. I'll be with you, and I'll go tell him.
Oh, okay. Right here? This is good?
Yes.
Oh.
He points to the chairs along the rounded walls.
Just any one of them? Or
Yeah.
do I have a signed seat, or...?
No, just whichever one. I'm gonna go. He disappears into the right door to his left, your right. You hear kind of a very quick footsteps as he disappears off. If there's anything anyone wants to say,
Is
let me
there
know, if
anything
not-
like a suit of armor or something around here? that I can hide?
no. Weirdly enough, it looks fairly I dare to say plain, especially compared to in contrast to the outside.
Austere.
Yeah, the outside was incredibly lavish, posh. You come in, there is the red carpet leading up to the thing, and there's the chairs on the outside. But aside from that, it's a fairly the walls are painted sort of like a stark white. There's not a lot of furnishings aside from the chairs, and there's very little anything as ostentatious as the outside. It almost looks like this, they're like, oh, this is the holding pen for the paws. While when we might let them up.
Figures, all appearances.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason they call it a facade.
The chairs are nice, though.
Yeah, baby says the chairs are nice, and I'm admiring the chair and sit in it with my knees to my chest, and I just sit there wide-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Aw, Tack is so cute.
You know what? Tack had a tail? Or I forgot.
Well, he doesn't have a tail, but
okay.
just
So
the
it's
expression.
phrase. Okay.
In takes about 4 or 5 minutes, Orkman comes back down, and
Gorak stands up immediately.
anyone kind of looking at him would see he's now got a fairly large bruise on the side of his face.
Okay.
Lord Sora, yeah, he'll see you. Yeah. Sits back down behind the counter and shuffles a few more papers around and just starts writing.
Gorak goes over to him. Leans on the counter. And takes his big Goliath fingers and turns his chin so he can see his face.
Aw.
Are you okay?
Yeah, he's like this, it's fine.
The guy's like,
Who's
I'm
like
Not
this?
fine.
Who did this? Did you run into something, or...?
I told you Lord Sora doesn't like being interrupted.
well, he won't like anything for very long.
Well...
Why don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Suspicious. Don't.
Who's being suspicious?
Very
Gorak's
upfront.
he's gonna put a few silver on the counter and say, I'm sorry, I did not realize that, well, let's say we had our suspicions, but here, I'm sorry.
Thank you. And he takes them kind of looks and puts them in a pocket somewhere.
I'm going up. I'm casting guidance on myself. We're gonna bust in here.
Yeah, how dare
okay.
he?
I'd all
How dare you
bust the
hurt
doors
this
open.
cutie?
Can it?
This door,
Orky cutie.
this door. If you go spiral staircase up to the very last floor, you'll recognize which door it is.
I'm sure it will.
Trust me, you'll recognize it.
Spiral staircase. Now it's going to be hard for a Goliath.
Yeah.
So we go. Let's
Yep.
go say hello.
So as you kind of head through this door, the decor almost immediately changes as you open it up and look through. It's immediately, you can definitely tell that back in the room you were in, the kind of half moon shaped room, this is the holding pen for the paws. This is where we live. This is a lot nicer. You come through and the walls are kind of all oak and very highly polished. There's kind of lots of, again, the only word I can think of to really get across this is ostentatious. There's a lot of like very nice candles. There's like loads of ornaments around. Heading up this spiral staircase, you kind of get to it, and it's incredibly nicely carved. Like the handles is like, it looks like almost like a master's kind of worked on this. And as you head up through, you get to the last floor that he directed you to, and it just comes to one sort of fairly long corridor, and at the very end is a very nice sort of like maple door with gilded inlays all along any sort of line where there might be a kind of like a natural wood knot or something like that. It's all gilded.
Is this the place? Does this look right? I don't have much experience with lords.
Can Vito like try to scratch the gold and see if it's just like paint or something?
As you kind of like take a claw and kind of scratch on the gold, it's not just paint. It's gold.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
We're in.
Fennel's upset. Fennel's gone.
Yeah, we're going in.
You're just going straight in, not knocking?
No. He doesn't
No
deserve a knock.
pleasantries.
No.
This is a hit.
Only violence. Yeah, this is a hit. You tell him, Vito.
You open the door, and as you kind of walk in, it's even more hedonistic than the previous rooms. Almost everything in this room, like the walls, are made of what looks like a very highly polished, almost kind of like a granite/marble. There is a long red carpet leading up directly to a desk in the back center. All around this room also it's gold. There's just so much stuff there'll be a filing cabinet on the left wall, and it's just every single like little increase, every single like client is all just gilded. There's gold ornaments on the top. There's like a photo with a tiny little photo in it with a giant gold frame.
There's a photo?
This person is showing off his wealth in this one little area, and it shows.
Has Vito ever seen a photograph before? It's a really good painting.
Sitting behind this this very like ornate desk at the back of the room with a giant stained glass window behind him is a document. It's what looks like an elven man with his blonde hair kind of slicked back down to about shoulder length. He looks up and just goes, hello, I was told you'd be coming. It's a pleasure for you to meet me, I'm sure. What can I do for you?
You sound like 6. But evil.
Torak is walking straight towards who he assumes is Lord Sora.
Yeah, we have 2 really large people just like, boom, go.
Okay, Fettle, you get the right side, I get the left side.
Yeah.
You're coming with us.
I don't think I am. Who are you? Why are you, moving into my penthouse like this?
We're gonna fucking kill you.
No talking, just moving.
Behind
Torak
them,
is moving to
sorry.
get an arm
Yes, sweet little tack.
behind his back.
Behind Torak, I'm just very lightly chanting, "Eat the rich, eat the rich."
As you kind of get up,
Still.
like maybe like 2 or 3 paces away from his desk, he goes, "Oh, I'm gonna have to kill that bellboy. I thought he said I'd like this one." And he just snaps his fingers. And there's a fairly large painting on the wall, kind of almost to the side of the stained glass window. That's what it's called. And you kind of watch the painting ripple for a second, and what looks like a creature of stone just steps out from it and turns to look at the people now walking up to him.
How big is this creature of stone?
Looks about the same size as you.
And arms and legs? What kind of what kind of anatomy are we working with here?
As you kind of, it looks like they are almost like just a carved statue, like a carved humanoid statue, kind of almost exactly your height.
Like a Greek statue?
Yeah, that's kind of steps out of this painting and turns to you.
Excellent.
Did I say
nothing.
eat the rich? I meant greet the rich. Greet the rich.
So, this stained glass window that you're talking about, it's directly behind this guy,
Directly
right?
behind him, and there's a painting on the wall to like where the wall meets the window to like the right hand side of Lord Sora.
And there's also the photograph?
That's on the left wall, kind of closer to the entrance.
Is that like sepia, or is it like full color? Is it
Grayscale.
Polaroid? Okay. Grayscale.
It's a what did I call it?
Polaroid.
Silver print, silver screen print.
Yeah.
Yeah, something graph. I don't know. Photograph.
Yeah.
That works.
It's not important. Torak has redirected his attention
Yeah.
from Sora to this statue. I'm going to describe what I would like to have happen.
Yep.
Torak would very much like to pick this thing up and throw it through the stained glass window.
No. Do it.
Okay, I'm going to say this is going to be a grapple, so make a contested athletics check against this statue.
Excellent.
Can I help at all, or is this a
It's a 23.
one-man thing? Ooh.
It's on the... Okay, I'm still going to roll this, but that's... Okay.
That's fair. It's opposed.
Yeah.
You kind of come up to the statue and struggle a little bit, but you now have it in your grasp.
Okay. And then yeet right out the stained glass window.
One more opposed check for me, please. That's
That'll be a 21.
21.
Oh yeah.
The statue kind of pushes back and pushes you 5 feet back. I think at this point we're going to need to roll initiative.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Nat 20. Torak's ready.
Korak needs to yeet.
Let's do it.
18.
Give me a second. I will call for initiatives in a bit. Okay, 25 to 20.
Yes.
Yep.
No, 20.
What's 20 to 15.
I got 18 for initiative.
Yep.
Also, one sec, my cat.
15 to 10.
Good girl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's 10 to 5.
7.
5.
Oh. So with that, combat has now started. Lord Sorrow just leans back in his chair again and goes, "You know we could just talk this out, right? I don't even know why you're here, and yet you'll come to try and take me away." It's so
Does the name
cute of you.
Arya mean anything to you, you bastard?
Ken just cocks his eyebrow and looks at you and says, "I have no idea who that is." That's going to be the end of his turn. Torak, what's your turn?
So when this statue pushed me away, I am no longer grappling it, I imagine, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. It's right in front of the window, though, right?
Yep.
Okay. First off, I'm going to take an attack action on it.
Yep.
It's not going to hit. I got a 6.
Yeah, no, you kind of swing to hit it and it kind of just boom, just almost bounces off.
Okay. So when I take the attack action on my turn, I can take a bonus action to try and shove the creature with my shield.
Nice.
So I'm going to try that.
Yep.
As my bonus action. And that is a 10
10.
for athletics.
Yeah, no, you kind of shove it back and it moved you 5 foot back previously, so it's now kind of almost flush back against the window. Anything else?
Not right now. No.
Okay. So it's now the statue's turn. So it's going to move up to you and it's going to take 2 attacks.
Okay.
20 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And no. That's not going to hit that second one. You take 7 bludgeoning damage, and I need you to make a strength save, please.
Okay. Sorry, my not roll 20. D&D Beyond isn't letting me track stuff there, so I'm tracking it manually.
Okay.
Strength save is 15.
15. You kind of the statue moves forward, and instead of just coming to punch or whatever, it kind of just shoulder tackles you. You kind of take a step back and avoid getting knocked prone.
Good.
You are moved back 5 feet though, and it will move up to you again and just very in your face.
I'm just imagining the red carpet is getting like smushed right now. Like all folded up from all
Vito,
this.
it is your turn.
Okay, can I just like jump onto Sorrow's desk and like kick all the papers that are on his desk everywhere and like ink, just spill it all?
Yep.
Is that my whole action?
I'd say that would be, yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't even kind of react to this. He just looks at you and just raises an eyebrow.
Throw the papers in his face. I don't know.
Yep. I mean, how are you doing it? How well, like, kind of where do you want the papers to go, etc.?
Oh, I want the papers to fly in his face.
Yeah.
So he gets like bourbon.
Yeah. So they go to fly in his face, and he still just kind of looks you over, just like, you need to do better than that.
Yeah, I wanted to like distract him and then cut it, but that's okay.
Anything else? Bonus action movement?
Oh, I don't have. Wait. Don't think I have any bonus action around. Let me check. Sneak attack is an action, right?
Yes, applied to your attack.
Okay. Well, since do I see? Is he wearing anything like valuable?
You can definitely see like a load of valuable necklaces. His fingers are covered in rings, etc.
Okay, I'm gonna use my fast hands bonus action. Well, it says here I can use sleight of hand check. I don't know if I can do that actually. It says you can use your thieves' tool to disarm a trap, open a lock, or use an object. I guess I can't just like while he's distracted, maybe by the papers, just like swipe something off him. But
he is very like pointedly looking at you, just kind of like,
damn, doesn't even blink.
No.
God damn. Okay. Then I may just use my cunning action to disengage.
Yep.
But that was silly. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna disengage.
Yep. Tack, it is your turn.
Got up on his desk.
Muted on Twitch. Okay, how far away am I from his portrait?
You'd probably be about 40 feet away.
Big room. He got big penthouse.
What's my movement? 30 feet or something?
Yeah, 30 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna...
Not halfling here.
I'm going to walk toward the portrait.
Yep.
Cast my cantrip Produce Flame in my hand and go, call off your friend or your pretty portrait gets it. And I aim my flame at the portrait.
Okay, so as you see them do this, he just clicks his fingers. I need you to make a wisdom save.
What?
Hate this guy. Most punchable face of any NPC.
That's a 14.
14. The rest of you will kind of watch as As he clicks his fingers, a ring on his hand kind of just disappears. And it looks like Tak is caught a sign of restrained by what looks like almost like gold thread. This is hold person, you are paralyzed.
You bastard!
He just goes back to sitting in that sort of motion again.
Should have drawn the doo-doo pictures and posted them all around town.
I think that does it for my turn, though.
Yeah, at the end of your turn, you can make another wisdom save. At the end of your turn, you can make another wisdom save.
Oh, as in right now?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a 4.
4. No, the golden thread still holds.
Yeah.
Fedel, this is your turn.
You know, I forgot that this guy cursed someone into being an undead thing. I don't know why I didn't realize it'd be powerful. Yeah, I see you sitting like that. Okay. I was gonna use detect magic, but I think that would just be a lot of things.
I think you can detect magic.
Yeah, I think I could just
already.
Yeah.
You don't non-magically detect with your eyeballs.
I don't really need it. I still have guidance running. That's just like a check for things. Am I close enough to help Torak with the statue?
Yeah, how would you want to help him out?
Just won't shove it.
Yeah, it is at the moment. He's like, it's around the side of the desk, and it's not kind of flush the window anymore. It's like right up in his face. It's probably about 10 feet from the window.
Is there a way we can do it together, or am I just gonna have to keep trying?
Keep trying.
Yeah,
5e rules are
yeah, no.
at times.
That's okay. Alright, considering. I'm just gonna hit it with a cantrip. Oh, I'll do Sacred Flame.
Yep.
So that's a Dex saving throw.
Dex.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my D8.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna. It's not gonna.
Oh, he's not dexterous. The big stone thing. Oh, well, I shouldn't have been cocky as a 1. What I get?
Is it 1 total?
It's just one
Yeah.
D8.
So you see kind of like a small burst of like almost violet star-like flame kind of erupt, but it doesn't really do much to a living statue. Back to the top of initiative. Soro is again going to just look you over and go, we can still talk things out. I would hate to clean your blood out of this carpet.
It's a red carpet. It's a shit.
You hear me pipe up. I'm sure you'd have somebody else do it for you. And then go back to...
Oh, you know me so well. We should be best friends. He clicks his fingers again. Nothing seems to happen for the moment now. Torak, what are you doing?
Torak angry.
Yeah.
Jeez, if Torak isn't close to multi-classing into barbarian or anything. We're gonna try another grapple. So not an attack action, a grapple action.
Yep.
19.
I'm using a different fucking D20. Yeah, 5.
Oof. All right. So Torak rushes up and he's got this thing grappled now.
Yep.
I'm going to say
you're probably not going to allow the rushing up to it to cause any movement on its part.
It's already like
Pretty
you are
solid.
face to face with it.
Yeah. Okay. So now that I've got it grappled, that's my action. I'm going to try and move it back towards the window.
Yep. You've got it
do you need
grappled,
an-
so you kind of bring it, you kind of force it with you, but it will take half your movement, so it will take all of your movement to get to the window.
Perfect. Torak has it here, and he's going to use his action surge to
Yep.
try and push it through the window.
Right.
22.
22. As you kind of bring up your strength, you successfully take the statue and hurl it through the window.
Get out of here! We have talking to, and not talking. We're taking you somewhere.
I kind of just looks like, oh, those are expensive. Come on.
That's Torak's turn. He turns back to Soren. He doesn't
that's
have
what
any
he's-
movement yet, but he's going to
Yeah.
start heading that way.
That's why he says he like, as you do that, he just looks, oh, those are expensive. And just looks at you. Same sort of
I'm sure they are.
statue is. Okay, I'm going to say we're out of initiative for now. Because.
Just you wait. We'll be better. Torak, angry. Still angry.
To make a quick. I'm rolling dice for something a second.
Falling damage for a statue, maybe?
Just fell to the ground, yeah.
We get out of the building. There it is. Finish the fight down there.
Gonna jump out, sort of like superhero style, like keep the fight going outside.
With what?
She goes, oh, you finally decided you want to talk, do you? You're going to stop the violence?
Oh, if he's since we're out of initiative, Torak's
Yeah.
going straight towards him. He's finishing the task, putting his arm behind his back, and he's going to be ushering him through the door.
As you kind of put your arm around him, he goes, don't touch me. Clicks his fingers and
Let me get some wisdom save.
no, this is a ranged spell attack.
Oh,
So he'll click his fingers and kind of point at you with one of his. I'm gonna say I think a 24 hits.
yeah, it does.
Yeah. So as he hits you with this, you suddenly feel a lot weaker. You kind of feel almost how, like, after you've been exercising, all of your body is just kind of exhausted and hurting. It feels like that. And you have half damage with weapon attacks and disadvantage on strength and con saves for the next hour.
Vito? Okay. I didn't want to have to use this. Vito's gonna grovel, cower, and beg. That's actually a thing I get as a kobold, and I hate it. I didn't want to have to use it, but I think it's actually pretty okay considering I don't have to roll anything.
Yeah.
Just once per short rest, As an action, you can cower to distract foes until your next turn. Allies gain advantage on attacks against enemies within 10 feet of you that can see you. So I'm just gonna get on my knees and start kowtowing to Lord Sorrow in a very exaggerated manner. Be like, "Oh, please spare us, Lord Sorrow! Spare
Kind of
my friends, your lordship!"
Kind of looks down his nose and goes, "Oh, this one's got the right idea. Why don't you lot follow?"
All of your power, and he starts kissing his feet.
Vito, make a perception check for me.
Okay. Perception. Here we go. Ooh, 5.
Yeah, he seems kind of pleased that you're doing this, kind of like this is how you should be reacting around me.
Yeah, but at least
Uh-oh.
Miranda.
Hey, okay, so the workmen just drove up. I don't know what they were doing, but it seemed to have something to do with that. Yeah, so everyone gets advantage on attacks against Lord Sorrow while he's groveling, I presume, and I think that would also mean that the disadvantage from the spell would be at least nullified. They cancel out.
It wouldn't cancel out the disadvantage on the strength and con saves.
Saves.
Yeah, it's saves, not attacks, that he's got disadvantage on right now.
Where's Claire, by the way? Did she not come with us to rough this guy up?
She's been in league with him the whole time.
No. Just curious.
For the sake of this, because I forgot, I'm going to say she's still back with Arya.
That's fine.
That's on me. That's
No, don't worry.
I do the same thing in Legend all the time. They're like, "Where's Sokoba? She's with you. She's just been quiet."
Yeah, she's just hiding.
You've been sober this whole time. No.
Torak's still walking towards Sorrow. Even though he feels a little weak, you're coming with us.
No, I'm not.
You are. Listen here.
Oh, please, oh, please, oh, please.
I should take this one's lead. Also touch me and I'll make it a lot worse.
He stops kissing your feet.
Baby says, "We'll see," and he puts his hand on his shoulder.
Okay.
Oh, snap.
Doesn't learn.
Two things are going to happen right now. I need Fedel to make a perception check for me. You are the only one with high enough passive to notice something small happening. I just want to see if you notice. Like you're the only one with a passive enough that's high enough to have a chance of noticing this. I want to see if you notice it properly. And baby, you need to make a wisdom save for me.
Oop, there it is.
Yeah, that's the one.
Hey, at least my wisdom saves aren't at disadvantage.
Yep.
Is guidance still running? Can I apply that?
Yeah.
Cool.
I think you can do that.
Yeah.
My wisdom save was a 6.
6.
Give me 1 sec to do math. Oh, okay, it's just a 16.
16?
Something, yeah.
You would notice a small symbol, as he. Okay, I'll do this in order. Baby, once again, as you kind of touch him, clicks his finger again, another ring disappears from his middle finger this time. What option am I going to choose here? Okay, yeah, we're going to go with that one. you feel your body feels incredibly heavy. The exhaustion was already there, but this is something else. You feel like you've been cursed. So he has cast Bestow Curse on you.
Good.
And at the start of each of your turns, you need to make a wisdom save. Otherwise, you waste your turn doing nothing.
Okay.
And as you kind of see, Fedel, as you see this ring disappear, you see a very small symbol on his finger that's kind of glowing. You can't make out what it is particularly, but you can see it's there.
Am I still wrapped up in the wrapping thing?
I'll say no at that because Bestow Curse is concentration, so it's pass now.
Okay, can I walk up to him and be like, I don't like that you're doing this to my friends, and cast Levitate on him?
Okay, what save am I making on that? Because this creature is not willing.
That's a DC 13 con save.
Okay. (17 minus 3).
So
14.
close.
So he passes.
Darn.
Oof.
It feels a little light, though.
And I don't like that you barged into my office and tried to take me away. If I so chose to, I could simply look out that window that you smashed, that you're going to pay for, by the way. Call the guards and you'd be arrested within the minute. So we can still talk this out, but you've not got many more chances left. I'm just a little amused at all of this.
You know it's not funny? Frickin' the curse that you put on someone who didn't want to have anything to do with you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, please.
Fess up.
I'm gonna do a wisdom save to try and take him again.
Yep. Make a wisdom save.
It's a 0. Baby's just standing there.
Yeah, it's almost like the most severe exhaustion you've ever had just taking over you.
He looks like he's gonna pass out.
Just gonna keep watching to see what you lot do.
Y'all have advantage on attack rolls.
Yeah, because it's going real well.
He's gonna try again.
Yep.
Baby.
Try and move him. 11.
Doesn't pass.
Okay, I'm gonna continue to walk up towards this person and cast Charm Person and be like, we're all amicable humanoids, aren't we?
Wait, I don't know. Wait, but can you cast Charm Person on a hostile creature?
You can, but they've got advantage on the check.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the wisdom saving throw does so with advantage if your companions are fighting it. But we're not an initiative, though, so are we technically
For
fighting
now.
it?
You are hostile towards him. There is
I'm
a
not
very large
hostile, I'm
Goliath.
amicable.
There's a very large Goliath on his right, kind of very clearly attempting to try and just fucking grab him.
Alright, that's a DC 13 wisdom save, though.
Okay. Use the Yidris dice. Natural 20.
Don't bring Yidris in this.
I used one of her dice, and that's the one that got the nat 20. I'm trying to be amicable, little friend, but you're the ones who barged into my office.
I guess it's been probably long enough that the effects of Grovel, Power, and Beg or whatever have worn off, because it says until the end of your next turn. So
Yeah.
Can I just try to shoot him?
Yeah, I mean,
Face?
you'd have disadvantage because you are assumingly at close range. So it'd probably be like more if you tried to stab him instead, but
That's true. And it looks like I do pretty much the same damage, so I'll do that.
Yep.
I'll slash him. 23.
that hits, roll damage. You get sneak attack on this because he wasn't expecting it.
Oh, so do I do sneak attack damage as well?
Yes.
Okay.
So you'll do whatever weapon you attacked with and then roll your sneak attack as well.
Okay, so I rolled a 6 for regular damage, and then sneak attack 7, so 13 damage total.
That's not.
I'm
enough to
aiming
break
for the face.
That's enough to break, or not enough to break concentration, is it?
That's
This is the curse concentration.
funnily enough, you kind of how will you like slashing at him first off?
I lunge at him like a feral beast.
Yeah, so kind of as you kind of stab him like sort of like in the chest maybe? It's up to
Well,
you.
I was aiming for the face, but if
Yep.
I can stab him in the chest, I'll do that.
Yep. Kind of stab him in the chest and he goes and falls unconscious.
What?
So concentration has been broken.
Ah! That was so hard. Did we get him?
I'm never gonna beg again. That was useless.
I'm so tired.
Gonna pull out my sword, my short sword.
Yep.
Okay.
Is there just like a wound there?
Yep.
Let's
I kind of can't believe it.
Looks pretty deep.
let's take this. Let's take this bastard to Aria.
Do the rings come off if you try to? I just don't. He's dangerous.
Oh yeah,
I
take
don't
his
like it.
rings. Take his
No.
rings.
Am I smart enough to know to do that?
Hey, let's make
Yeah,
sure
if you
we
want
can't
to.
do this to
I
anyone
don't feel like
again.
it.
Let's take his hands.
Maybe we could do that too.
Vito is gonna slash down at his hands.
With just another attack?
He's gonna slash down at one of his hands, because he takes the baby's words literally. If anyone tells us to stop, he won't cut the other hand. But yeah, he's gonna just slash down at one of the hands.
Like just try to take off one of his hands? Like
Yeah.
yeah.
So do I roll to attack, or is he?
He's unconscious on the floor.
So just roll damage.
You can just do it.
Okay. One sec. Okay. 5 damage.
Yep.
Okay, I lop off one of his hands. And then I just sort of like look back at everyone like,
He will bleed out. We need him to lift the curse.
oh, okay. Sorry.
Can someone close up the wound?
I thought you wanted me to.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I'm just so tired. I have no filter anymore.
I'm like,
Fedel, can you
I
magic
think we can all really.
magic stitch?
Yeah, metal magic stitch. Please.
Placing a spell slot on this guy. Can I do a medicine?
We need him to. For Aria. Oh,
is it the sight of blood, baby?
no, I'm just so tired. I don't know what he did to me, but I'm going to make sure no one can do that to me again. Oh, God.
Did he have rings?
Need
on
to
both
lie
of his
down.
hands?
He did, yes.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take the rings off of the hand I lopped off, just while I'm there. Stuff them in my purse. Sort of throw the hand, chuck it. Does anyone have any rags or bandages or something? I thought I killed him already, but apparently he's alive and we're just gonna take it back, so, sorry.
Don't worry, I got this, and I cast Produce Fame cantrip and cauterize the wound.
You do that, you feel he is not breathing.
How is he? Is he good?
Can I check for that? Yeah.
This motherfucker!
Oh,
I really do not want to resurrect this motherfucker. There are a lot of people who could be resurrected. This guy, this motherfucker, does not deserve it.
Yeah, Tarek, as you cauterize the wound, you there's no pulse. He's not breathing.
Well,
What do we do?
maybe,
What do we do?
Vito's gonna start shuffling through his papers and see if there's anything about a curse.
Oh boy. Yeah, can I do that medicine check?
You can try. You can try making a medicine check on a corpse.
Oh, okay. No, we know it's okay. All right. Yeah, there's nothing for that then.
I was making death saves while you were doing. Well, like every time you kind of did something, I made a death save and he bled out.
Damn. Vito doesn't know his stuff, but he does.
Is
He
this
knows his hot shit.
the Ritz? Did we do it?
The Ritz?
Rumbles around in his
As you kind of, so Fedel, as you kind of come up to and like look over the body, because I'm interpreting that's what you kind of were going to do with the medicine check. You look at the symbol on his finger, on the one that was kind of left over. I can't, because I don't have a way to present this better. But you kind of see this symbol on his finger.
Mm-hmm.
He likes
What's up with that?
If you want to if you want to kind of like draw it or write it down or whatever, I'll hold it up there for like 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, picture save.
That's just for Fettle, right?
That's Fedel will see this.
I'll point it out. Yeah.
Okay.
Just swipe Vito's journal and draw it.
Okay. Vito is at first very he's like, very protective of his journal.
Then you draw it.
Okay. And he does it, and then he looks at it and he's like, you draw better. And he hands it over.
Okay, that's long enough.
Right.
Now I'm just getting tired.
Hands shaky.
Is everyone else okay? Did anything get you?
Just a little shook up. How many rings did I take, by the way?
8.
8?
8.
Oh, did he have more than one on one finger?
Yep.
Was he an 8-fingered
He had a
man?
few. He had a few. Like I had a few on one finger. Like 2 got used up by spells.
Torak's gonna rally and get up and look out the window.
We need to make sure that statue is not coming back.
As you look out the window, you don't see the statue.
We might have a problem.
I'm using my mage hand to fan baby, just to try and get him some air.
I love the mage hand.
Yep.
An appropriate use of mage hand.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, wait. What can I roll to like search through his papers?
I'll say investigation.
I rolled a 6.
Looks like just a lot of business ledgers that are in his desk. A lot of stuff like saying how much money's been moved, how much, like what sort of stuff he's been involved in, and seems pretty boring to you. Nothing about a curse.
Frustration, Vito just stuffs all the papers in his mouth. He's like, ah!
Quick question: nobody has Revivify, do they?
I'm playing a different sort of Vito today. I don't know. Sorry.
You can be
I
upset.
can tell you that baby doesn't have it. I think it's been past a minute now. Anyway, that's the expiration on it.
Huh?
But baby doesn't know that.
Level 4, nope.
What are we doing, guys? You've got a corpse of a wealthy merchant. You're in his office, and you don't see the statue that you threw out of the window.
Put him in his chair.
We should go.
Put him in the chair.
Okay. I mean, he seems
Does he have a
pretty
hat?
hated. I'm not
Is there a
concerned.
hat around?
Let me check my inventory and see if I have anything that could pass for a hat. I have some rope.
Tie him so he looks like he's sitting up.
All right. No.
Would you allow
We're
me
not
to
doing that.
comedically? Would you allow me to comedically use prestidigitation to create a hat and go? Yeah, I got a hat.
I mean, it lasts for 6 seconds, but sure.
Thank you. I'll put it on his head, make it look like he's. Oh, it's. Where did it go? Tack.
It's the best I got.
Oh.
Sometimes you need to laugh.
I mean,
Sometimes you need to cry.
we did it, right? This guy did the curse, and now he's dead. So
What's the symbol?
I think he needed to undo the curse. So Claire would know better.
yeah.
We have the symbol. Does anybody know what it is? I don't know what this is.
Anyone who wants to can try and make a religion check. Try and see what this symbol is.
That's a 10.
No.
19.
2.
Skipped that class in a cleric school, huh, Fettle?
She didn't go to cleric school. She just took it up.
19.
Oh.
I'm trying to see. Oh, this is. Where could you have seen this before? Vito,
I'm
you watched
familiar with.
you
what?
watched an execution once.
Oh.
This symbol was on their neck when they were being executed. You don't know what it stands for, but you've seen it before.
I've seen this before. I once attended execution. Good time, everybody laughed. This was on the dead man's neck.
I chuckled nervously because he told me to laugh.
Maybe.
Oh, no,
Maybe he
everybody
was-
laughed like in the past tense, but yeah, that wasn't communicated well.
Maybe he was a bad guy like this bad guy. Are there any rings for wax?
rings. He pulls out the rings.
Korak's trying to ask if any of these would be used for a seal.
Okay.
Oh.
Are you looking at the rings you've got there, Vito?
Mm-hmm.
One of them has that symbol on it, but slightly different. I will change the symbol slightly to show you like what the difference is. The one on it's like kind of a brass ring you took off of his the one that was covering the symbol on his thumb. It's very slightly different. There is one line added to that little area.
Vito's just gonna like absentmindedly slip the ring on.
Yep.
Does anything happen?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, if no one knows what it is, but we've seen it, maybe we should take it to the library. Right? Librarians know a lot, right?
Yeah. Wait, where did we see the symbol on him again? On his finger?
On his middle finger.
Okay, underneath where the ring was?
Yep.
Okay, and it was being covered by the ring that had the slightly different symbol?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, might as well. And then he, like, chops off the finger with the symbol on it, wraps it up in, like, the hem of his hood, dries it off, and then sticks it in his purse.
Wait. Don't.
Oh, okay.
It'll get bloated. Here, use salt. You have to preserve it.
I just remembered that Fennel did a really good drawing in my book. I didn't need to do that. Oh well.
Maybe we need to prove that this came from his hand.
Oh, good idea.
But we can preserve it, otherwise it'll get decayed and bloated.
Yeah, salt it. Salt
That'll,
it.
you hear footsteps.
Right? Well, just gonna just take the rings and try to get on out of here? Or what are we doing?
Well, I've got the rings I can give you. I'm wearing one of them, but I can give you the other 7. Sure. Fennel, you can now have the other 7 rings. Meanwhile, Fennel's the only one who heard the footsteps.
Yep.
Okay.
They're common. There we go.
Okay. Vito is gonna scramble and take his photograph.
Yep.
He's gonna like smash the frame and like roll up the photograph and stick it in his purse.
Okay.
Well, there's only... Well, I guess there are 2 ways out.
Yeah, we want the window.
It's pretty high.
I'm no
About
stranger to
5 stories up.
illustration.
Oh, okay, never mind. Let's just walk on out. How about, who's the best at talking?
I'm sorry, I'm just imagining Vito being like, "You guys ever seen Weekend at Bernie's?"
No.
I've never seen it. I know the premise. You need a pair of sunglasses and a corpse.
Baby's getting his shield and his tenderizer ready to fight. He's standing in front of everyone else in front of the door. Okay. We're going down to fight. Our way out, most likely.
Do you want to try bluffing? I don't know.
So tired.
All right.
I can make him invisible.
No, I can still protect you.
Oh, you can make the corpse invisible.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
And we should throw him out the window. Make it look like an accident. How did we end up here?
We're murder hobos. That's what we do. Except this guy actually really deserved it. So
Yeah.
you could use prestidigitation to make him look like he's part of the carpet. I once did that, where I made a corpse look and smell like grass to hide it. But Vito didn't do that. I did, as a different character in another lifetime.
It is a 10-foot range area, so if this person's under 10 feet, then I can make them look like the rug.
Listen, there's no... We have to... He's pointing the tenderizer at all of you. We have to... We can't use deception. Listen, we did this for a reason, so we have to talk it through. We feel like he deserved this, otherwise we wouldn't have gotten this far.
Yeah.
Stand your ground.
Okay.
If we fight, we fight.
Okay.
Okay.
Come in.
Vito, make a charisma check for me. Not a save. A check.
Okay. Charisma check. Oh wait, no, that was a save. Sorry. Oh. 17.
17. All of us, you kind of feel like someone's trying to talk to you in your head. Do you let it happen?
What if I say no?
If you say no, you have to make a charisma save to try and,
Okay.
force it out.
Okay. $21. Nat 20.
This is a contested one, by the way.
Oh.
You hear in your head, I don't think you found the secret of what's just happened, but no, actually, hang on, she wouldn't say that. Give me a second. I need to kind of work out exactly what she'd say to this. This is...
You didn't expect us to get here this quickly.
Oh, if only you knew what that ring stood for. I'll be watching you quite closely. This is fun. And you hear nothing else?
You okay there, bud?
Thorax still looking at the door, waiting.
See a few seconds later, you see the statue come back through the door.
You again.
I get knocked down. I get up again.
Thorax tiredly says, "Came back for more, huh?"
Your master is dead.
Kind of starts walking towards the desk.
Thorax holding his ground and staying between the rest of the party.
Your master is dead. I think you didn't hear me.
Are you trying to stop it, or are you just kind of letting it walk?
I'm just staying between the party and the statue. Thorax is tired.
Yeah, kind of stops. Goes to move around you. It's looking at the painting.
Back up. Everyone back up. I don't think it's here for us.
Kind of just letting it go past?
Yeah.
Kind of gets to the painting, looks at all of you, just says, "Emancipation." And steps back into the painting.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Thanks.
okay. I'm never going to understand magic.
If you kind of look at the painting how it is when he steps back into it, it's now kind of grayed over, almost as if someone has taken like a paintbrush of grey paint and just kind of very quickly grayed out.
I was picturing like a character select screen where we hadn't unlocked him yet. He was just gray.
Faddle, do you hear anything else?
What are my furball gears here?
Make a perception check.
Oh, it's just a 10.
10? Not much.
Yeah. I got nothing. Oh, no use sticking around, huh?
We should go to the guard captain.
Yeah, he won't squeal.
Well, maybe we should go check on Arya first.
Okay.
It's to make sure the undead go away, right? That's what it says?
Yeah, the task you were given was essentially either find out information and deal with it, or find out information so that someone else can deal with it, but you'd be paid either way. If it became, so it was kind of like if it became too much for you, tell us, we will get someone to deal with it, but if you can deal with it, deal with it.
Should
maybe Blair will know what to do. We should go back.
Maybe the undead will be gone. Who knows?
Optimistic, yeah.
That really did not seem like that big a deal. I don't understand why everyone has such problems. Okay. Torak's gonna start leaving.
Yeah.
Is he still tired feeling?
The effects of the magic have worn off, but the worst exhaustion you've ever felt in your life that'll kind of stick with you for a bit, with just the feeling of having gone through it.
Just for a long rest, right?
Yeah. So where you headed, guys, as you kind of head out the Merchant Alliance building. Don't get too many looks. The orc receptionist kind of watches you go a little nervously, but doesn't really say anything.
Oh, Vito says, he's not gonna like anything ever again. Like I said.
Torak gives a little wave. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Kind of looks over to the door and back to you.
You're safe! No.
I just imagine the statue coming back through the lobby, going up the stairs, right through the door, right behind this guy.
Guy was like,
It just hears a crash, and then the thing comes shambling back in.
Yeah, he hears a crash, and then
staircase.
3 minutes later, there's a statue walking up through the lobby. After you four also went up there, so he's kind of just like,
head down.
Just do my paperwork. Just do the paperwork. I think Torak would probably want to go see what the damage was from the window. Is it on the way to the
it's
shack?
on the other side. of the Merchants Alliance. So it would be, you kind of have to go out your way a little bit. You'd have to kind of go around the kind of block of buildings.
Oh, this whole building was the Merchants Alliance?
Yep.
That's such a long walk. We've got to walk so much farther. It's 20 minutes. It's 20 minutes to the shack. We can check it later.
Yeah. So you're heading back to Arya's farm shack?
Yeah.
Yeah. As you kind of spend the time kind of going up through it, as you get up to it, you notice the undead aren't kind of gathered around the shack anymore. They're kind of about 50 feet off, all in a very large circle, just standing there.
This can't be good.
Did they react to us in any way? We'll keep walking up to the shack.
Yep.
Yeah, same.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to Sacred Flame one on my way in, just for spite.
I'm not even going to make a deck save because it's not going to react, so roll damage.
Dead. Yeah. Well.
It just Sacred Flame stuff on command.
Yeah.
I'd do it too.
Yeah, right? That's a
I had
7.
7? Yeah, you
yeah.
see one of them just kind of burn up in a radiant flame.
Mm-hmm. That's what I thought.
I had a character who would just compulsively break and mend things with his mending cantrip.
Oh, that was cool.
I like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So as you open up the shack door, Claire's kind of in there, kind of sitting down at the table with Arya, kind of just discussing between the two. And they both look over to Arya's. How did it go? What
I
happened
killed
with the
him.
Lord? You what?
It was an accident. I just meant to kill him. I killed him.
Threw a statue out a window.
Okay. What?
We got his magic rings. Here we go. Yeah, it was a lot. What happened?
What?
Is this Arya or Claire's reaction?
Arya. Claire's kind of just looking at you like,
Claire, how do we fix it?
well, what? You killed the Lord Sora, you said? Okay, well, that's a bit of a hurdle, but Arya, we were talking about regret. The only one you had was your daughter, right? They kind of like, yes. Claire turns to you again and says, well, I think, using my knowledge, if we help them pass on this message, I think that'll do it. I would have liked more information from the Lord, but quite frankly, if he's dead, doesn't really matter to me, because if he was a Lord, he's probably a piece of shit, so...
He was a lord of shit. A shit lord.
I'm going to use that one. Shit Lord.
Shit, Lord.
Vito is just gonna take out his journal.
Yep.
And just have it at the ready to take down any message Arya might have.
So she kind of turns to you in a chair and she goes, my dear Hawk, I never meant to cast dispersions on your career. Just tell me when you're finished writing and I'll move on.
I never meant to cast. What was it? Dispersions or
Dispersions?
Okay.
Something happens to me. That man who was chasing me cursed me to an undead life. I miss you. I love you. I hope you're the best fisherwoman on the seas.
The fish!
Yeah, I hear
Who's
fish
your god?
up.
It's all connected. Okay. Sir. Allow me to read it back to you, and you can make any corrections that you see fit.
Okay.
My my dear Hawk, I never meant to cast dispersions on your career. Something happened to me. That man who was chasing me cursed me to an undead life. I love you. I miss you. I hope you're the best fisherwoman on the seas.
No, that sounds correct. Thank you for doing this.
Yeah, no problem.
You'll probably find her at Port Taro. Thank you.
When did the undead move?
I can sort of, and they move their hands and kind of move it along, and you hear 60 or 70 sets of footsteps just as the horde starts moving and stops. Apparently, Death Knights can control the lesser undead, and they're drawn to them. So that's what they were doing here. They were waiting for commands, and now I can... And they do it again, and the horde again just moves.
Maybe the undead are more of a threat than I thought.
Yeah.
You should join us.
I would never use them to... Me?
Well, should we deliver this message and you pass on what happens to the undead then?
I'm assuming Claire kind of, Arya starts talking kind of not knowing what's, I don't know what's going on. Claire just kind of goes, oh, well, they'd lose control, and they'd probably just spread and start going fucking berserk.
So close to this town.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about starting an undead band?
Claire just eyebrow raise, I kill them for a living. Don't want to play music with them.
I was talking to Arya.
Oh, well, sorry.
She has control over them. Maestro. Obvious.
Well, I was thinking about just commanding them to bury themselves.
Are any cave systems nearby?
There's one or two. Why?
If they were to cause a cave-in, they wouldn't be able to get out.
That's a good idea, actually.
We had frequent cave-ins up in the mountains. Some were lost forever. Some were able to get their way out, but they were the craftier of the Goliath.
Oh.
Something tells me undead aren't crafty.
No, I don't think they are. I'm sorry for your loss, by the way.
Thank you.
I could do that. They look out the window and command them to go to a cave system. That's a very good idea.
Okay, but hear me out. Just one song?
I don't know how to play music.
Okay, sorry.
Peter just wants Thriller remade in D&D.
Only once.
I mean, the other solution is I'm keeping them moving. I don't think it would be too much effort if you wanted to go out and,
I thought you were going to suggest dancing with them.
No. There's easier ways to go to the theatre,
I like the sound of that one. No. I'm gonna go out
Maybe
there.
the circus.
Set them on fire.
That's probably for the best.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really sorry. I'm 2 hours asleep right now. I'm just losing control of my character.
Claire kind of stands up and moves alongside you, Felons, because, I think we can. Between you and me, I think we can. Yeah. She takes a Naginata, again, holds it in a reverse grip, and just starts walking out with you. So, how are you two planning to just decimate this horde that will not fight back?
Yeah, fun.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm just gonna center the Word of Radiance as much as I need to.
Yeah.
Just keep setting them on fire.
Give me a second to bring up Claire's stat block. Cause...
Will more keep coming, or is that it?
Well, now that she has control, maybe not.
Yeah, you watch as Claire kind of puts the spear in like a circle, swings it, and the blade part kind of lights up with like a black fire.
Yeah.
So let's go, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Reaches out for a fist bump.
Yeah. Ooh, I like
you again
I want
notice
a
that.
fist bump from Claire.
You notice that as you kind of both get to just slashing this through this undead horde, just like burning it with radiant energy, you see that same red glow in her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't take you too long to kind of carve through them. Let's say they're not fighting back, they're not particularly strong. As you finish up, the red glow in her eyes is gone. She kind of reached out for a fist bump again.
Mm-hmm.
Good work. You ever considered this for a career?
Oh, I just kill undead when I see them.
I don't want the competition. Let's go back.
Ooh.
And that's where I'm going to end it tonight, I think. This went very differently to how I expected it to.
Where did it all go off the rails?
Yeah, what didn't you expect?
I was kind of like, okay, they'll like as when they've knocked him down because he has a con of -3. Lord Sora had a con of -3 and a max HP of 7. So
That one.
So he's like a glass cannon kind of.
he's a merchant with no real fighting skills. He just
has
silver
pretty
spoon.
toys.
Got given magic.
Yeah.
Was it?
I said God-given for a second, and I'm like, oh.
You said it wasn't. You know it was magic, but you don't know how he got it.
Oh.
Yeah, I was kind of like, okay, yeah, surely they're going to stabilize him before they try anything. And then you just kept doing things, and I was like,
Cuts his hand.
he's going to bleed out.
Very good.
You did say that. Yes, it didn't register in my brain.
So, my lovely players, I know we said at the start, but for recap, how can people find you?
You can find me at Potato Farm on Twitter and on Instagram.
Let's go with the City and Snow cast first, because we did Legends of Lanamore at the start.
Yeah.
All right. So you can find me at Squishy Night on Twitter. Yeah.
You can find me at _Squid Toaster on Twitter. Also, check out the Legends of Lanamora podcast at Lanamora Pod on Twitter.
I am at _Nova Gamer on Twitter, and as previously mentioned, Lanamora Pod on Twitter.
And you can find me playing Hannah Mothwatcher on City and Snow, where I'm a player rather than a DM, which is a nice change. And you can also find me at Layne the Order on Twitter, where every time I post, Dogecoin drops by 2 points.
Amazing.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.
Wonderful
Bye.
evening. Thanks for watching.
Before we get going here, let me just shout out the charity Novi's supporting during this Novi Presents is stopline3.org. If you go to !charity, tribal nations, community, and environmental groups in Minnesota have fought for 6 years to stop Canadian oil giant Enbridge Energy from building the Line 3 pipeline in northern Minnesota to take oil from Canada's tar sands region to Superior, Wisconsin. The pipeline violates several treaties with the Ojibwe people that establish their right to hunt, fish, and gather along the proposed route. The pipeline would cross 200 bodies of water, including the Mississippi River, twice. If you can donate, please donate. And if you want to learn more, you can go to www.stopline3.org.